All right, trying out my new stick here. See, this looks a little bit better. Hope you guys are liking these kind of walk-in talk stuff. But all right, so today I want to talk about and just kind of go over, like, you don't need to be us. So Kevin and I have over 700 units. We've between commercial, self-storage, residential. We've been building this up for many years. Together we've been almost 18 years that we've been working on this, but the average person doesn't need that many. While it's great and it kind of adds to credibility that we know what we're doing, and we've made a lot of mistakes along the way so that we can kind of teach you from the many mistakes we've done, and in different categories of the commercial, residential, dealing with tenants, whether it be commercial or residential. We kind of want to educate you on that. So what I'd like to say is that for the average person that is working the 9-to-5 job, which is understandable, definitely the way to go, most people are, really all they need to do is get, say, 4 to 5 rental properties. And I'm just talking about maybe 1 to 4 unit buildings. This way they can use some investment government financing from FHA and stuff like that, so they can get basically good financing. That's why I'd recommend that. But that's all they really need to change their lives. Now, it doesn't mean necessarily they're gonna be able to leave their jobs, but they'll have more security. They'll be able to leverage what the benefits of it. So let's just kind of talk about that today and kind of go over some of the things. Starting off, Kevin and I had a long journey, and like many investors, we started with a 2-family house, and we kind of grew out of necessity. We had an investor come in that kind of worked with us and started partnering with us, and he had a bunch of money, so we just started throwing offers out of offers, and now it's raining a little harder. Of course it's raining harder. It was raining not so hard earlier. Naya, we're gonna get soaked. Well, whatever. I'm already now kind of further from the house, so I guess I could start turning around, but I'm at least 15 minutes out. What do you think, Naya? We get soaked? All right, come on, over here, Naya. Over here. Come on. All right. A little bit better. So yeah, so we started out with a 2-family, but as we brought that investor in, we started throwing tons of offers out and getting a lot come back. And so we grew our team. As we grew our team, we needed more property. And that's kind of why we went the way we went. We now have over 16 employees, a bunch of subcontractors that for the most part work almost directly with us. So it makes sense for us to keep growing and having a larger, team to kind of do that. And honestly, then we left our jobs and we went all in. That was our path that we chose, but I don't think that's for everyone. I think that's for 1%, very few people. It's not an easy road. There's been a lot of ups and downs, but what I would think would be a better approach for the most people, the people I'm hoping that are watching this channel and that want to learn about it, is you have your 9-to-5 job, which is great. Now, maybe you're starting off young. You maybe don't have kids, and so you got your weekends to yourself. Instead of going out and partying, you're out there looking at investment properties. Go into some foreclosure auctions maybe during the week if you can, because honestly I think that's one of the best ways to get cheap property. So looking for rental properties, maybe stick to the 2 to 4s. Single family rentals are great. I would not go short-term rental. I just think that market is kind of shifting, so I would maybe stay away from single family rentals. We do have some. They are great, but once again, if it goes vacant, you're 100% vacant. You have one heating system for the whole thing. So I kind of like the 2 to 4 space. That does qualify for investment FHA type loans. So you want to talk to a lot of your local lenders, find a good mortgage broker, stuff like that. Maybe even check out, we do work with Kiavi. They've been great, and they have a program for that as well. So then you can get some fixed rate debt. Now, the commercial kind of loans that we're going for are DSCR loans. These are not typically fixed rate. they're typically fixed for maybe 5 to 10 years, and then they, with an amortization at 25. So by having the fixed rate debt, that also adds security. I think that's really important because you have your job and you're not doing this full time. I think that would be pivotal. And then you lock in these rates. This way, as inflation keeps surging, because it's going to, inflation's not going anywhere. It might slow down, but it's still going to be present in our economy because it's a fiat currency and we are not tied to gold or any other physical asset. We, seem to love the ability to inflate away, but that's why real estate is a great asset to own. Going to foreclosure auctions is a great way. If you haven't checked out our book, Foreclosures Unlocked, it's on Amazon. It goes over stories about buying at foreclosure auction, so you can kind of get a feel for that, but we won't go into that today. I just want to talk about a few different ways. Another way to get good properties, possibly investment properties at a discount, because I think that's going to be my big thing will be you want to add value. I think that's going to be key to this kind of success of only getting 4 to 5 properties. So I would look at possibly getting contacts with wholesalers. You can go on to Facebook groups, find investment RIAs, stuff like that, and then find wholesalers in your area and tell them what you're looking for. And I would say, hey, I'm looking for 2 to 4 units that need some work, and I want to kind of put the elbow grease in so I can get some good rental properties. So that's key. Now, if you don't have the time to actually do the property management yourself, find a really good property manager in the area. Take the time to really screen them. And we've gone over some videos too about talking about how and what questions to ask a good property manager. But if you really want to kind of keep all the profits in-house, then I would, and you have some knowledge, you've got a good real estate lawyer, got a good landlord, tenant lawyer that you can kind of work with, then you could go and do the management yourself, as long as you do some really good, when you're going through the rental units, think about durability, and then really learning how to screen tenants. The other way of getting property at a discount, especially right now, is going to the MLS, finding a real estate agent if you're not and don't have access, and then basically look to make offers on properties that have been sitting on the market that is above the average in your area. So, if you're thinking 60 days plus it's been sitting on the market, that would be a great way to start, like, just throwing lowball offers. I mean, don't some people call them disrespectful offers, and I don't think it's a disrespectful offer, because these people really might want an offer. So, whether it be 30% down, I mean, run your numbers, see what works for you, then kind of go a little bit lower so that there's room to kind of negotiate, and throw an offer out, throw 10 offers out, and some will come back. We did that a lot, and we were throwing out 100 offers plus a week, and then all of a sudden, it would start trickling in over and over, and that was back in like 2009, 10. So those 3 ways. So once again, foreclosure auctions, wholesalers, and things that have been on the market for a longer time. Start throwing offers, get some property under contract. Then add value. If you can do the work yourself and you have the time on like weekends, that would be a great thing. You add value, you learn a good skill, and kind of managing the property, screening it, putting really good tenants in, and now you have a fixed rate debt. You have these good tenants, and now you buy a 2-family, a 3 or a 4, and maybe you get one every 2 years, even every 3 years. This is going to now allow you to do a few things. It's going to bring in some extra rental income, which for the most part, you're not going to touch it. You're going to sit it in a CD or something that's just getting a little bit of interest, and also is a war chest to protect you if you need a roof, you need a heating system, because those will be coming. So you kind of want to have that fund, and you just kind of build that up. And since you have your 9-to-5 job, that's going down. You're paying down your your debt, so you're paying down principal every month. So that's kind of like a big piggy bank that you're having as well. And then now the other best benefits you're getting it once you have a good CPA. So find a good real estate CPA. They will help you with doing the depreciation, which will help actually save money from your W-2. So now you won't have to be paying as much in taxes, because you'll be able to offset some of that. At some point, you might be able to even look at and talk to your CPA about becoming a real estate professional, and you get some even more tax advantages. So that's another thing that you're going to want to really kind of look into, but you're going to want to talk to your real estate CPA and seeing what, because there are certain qualifications, but you just want to make sure it will work and that you're not going to get audited. As you buy more property, it will be a lot easier to qualify for the 750 hours that you need to qualify. And then every, like I said, 2 to 3 years, you buy another one, rinse, repeat. And then let's just say you get in, full, basically like 10 years, 12 years, you have now 4 to 5 rental properties that are now just chugging along. You've been building up rent. You're doing general, light, rent increases every year as, the market demands, and you're screening great tenants. You've got, good durable units, and, before retirement age, you'll have these things paid off. You'll bring great depreciation. You're getting the extra income as they go. And now you can then, eventually, when they're all paid off, you can look to do a refinance, pull a bunch of cash out, put another 30-year on, or take that money and, just kind of put it aside, or sell them 1031 into a bigger property if you really want. But then you'll be really set for retirement. Not to mention, the whole time while you have your W-2, you have all that extra income. If need be, you could draw on it as long as you have good reserves and everything's looking good on the properties, that you'll have the ability. So this is what I think the average person can easily do. Yes, it's going to take away some time, maybe from personal time, going to the amusement park or going out to the bars or whatever else some people like to do these days. But it will be something that you can, easily build your wealth. That will be something that you can give to your kids. The other thing is, definitely talk to the CPA as well as real estate lawyer about putting them in some kind of legal structure, because that's going to be really important, because legal structures will protect your other assets. And I would not hold any of these without putting them into some form of legal structure, trust or something, LLC, S Corp, C Corp. But figure out what's the best strategy for you. And that's the way best to do that is to talk to multiple professionals and get their opinion, because they're going to know your ins and outs better than I would. Kevin and I have everything in LLCs and S Corps. I am actually looking at doing a trust as well for my son. But this is what works for us. So what works for us might not work for you. So you need to find out for yourself. This is one of the best ways and best strategies to build generational wealth, and while just keeping your 9-to-5 job. And this can change many people's lives. You don't need to buy 700 units. You don't need to get 100 units. You don't need to get 50 units. Just 4 to 5 rental properties that are 2 to 4 units is going to be changing your life. I hope this was helpful. I'd really like to see, let me know if you already started your journey. Maybe you got your 2 family already first, or 3 family. Leave a comment below. I'd love to hear. And if you guys have any questions about that, leave a comment and I would be happy to answer whatever I can. And I hope everyone has a great day. Maybe you guys are a little drier than I am. And I will see you on the next video. Thanks a lot.